Hello and welcome to a War Thunder Historical Systems YouTube video. This is going to be on the mission control training for all War Thunder Historical Customs events. I am Reborn. Today we're going to be talking about the following topics: general idea / importance, the command structure, and how mission control officers need to conduct themselves well during events. I'm going to give examples, callouts, and other important information will arise as I'm talking, so be sure to listen to all of this video. Okay, the general idea / importance. In a custom, you will use referee mode. This mode will allow you to see all players, no matter what team you're on, but all players. This is how it works. Moving on. Oh, now there's a button right here that will allow you to turn that, to go into that. And I do believe the markers are on. All markers are on, no matter what settings you have, the custom setting has for the map. No matter that, you'll have the markers. In addition to, they are different colors. I think they are green and pink. Moving on. The importance behind this role is to bring order and tactics and command structure into our events. Without this sort of thing, things can go wrong. Like really wrong. For example, objectives cannot be captured, or you can lose objectives, because in the midst of battle, things change. That's why you need to be ready for those changes. We have learned and tried to do this. We've adapted this MCO system that works, but there is no set of instructions, so it's kind of you're winging it, which is my bad. I have not made it a priority enough. Moving on. So the command system and conduct. The second topic that we're going to be covering is, like I just said, the command system and conduct, which all depend strongly on unit leaders with their Discord alt accounts, which all unit commanders are required to have. This will allow you to be able to have them in the Discord. They're able to put their alt accounts in one call while they're in their respective unit's call. Then they can hear you giving orders with the alt account. But that doesn't mean you're allowed to speak. I'll get into that more in a minute. Moving on. An example of how you were to talk, and this will be present in the later slides. Okay. A group of 4 Italian tank destroyers have been spotted in C3 by 3 allied M5A1 light tanks, which do not have the firepower to take out the Italian tank destroyers, which are here, and there's the M5A1s. You will say into your mic the following, which all unit commanders will be able to hear. Enemy tank destroyers in C5, 4 targets, friendly M5A1 light tanks in C2 requesting support fire from any nearby friendlies. From Unit Echo. Now you would just change the name of the unit. M4 Shermans and F4 head toward C3 with caution, because friendlies are in that area. You could change this. It doesn't have to be those exact words, but roughly the same thing. They would move in, they would eliminate the M5A1s, and proceed with their objectives, which are to capture the point. Now this was just a scenario. We have not done Sicily at all, but hopefully in the future we will. But this was the scenario. Moving on to the next slide. Now, there is an issue in the next slide, but we'll get to that once it gets there. Reminder, you'll have air and naval alt accounts. Now this can apply for If it's not a naval event, or if it's not air and naval, it's fine. We don't need to worry about it. But this applies for basically all things. Moving on. You could tell your unit leaders information without having them leave their respective voice channels. For example, you could roleplay radar, scout planes, tell your friendlies which grid square they are in, which grid squares the enemy are located in, etc. Air communication, for all events, the visible range is 2 miles. 2 miles from the closest friendly unit. Beyond this distance, you cannot contact your friendly pilots. Or, for instance, tankers. You can't do that. It's to keep, I'm going to read the next slide. I'll read the next little sentence. So, side note, do not report any location, don't report everything's location all the time. So the commanders and members actually have to keep an eye out and be cautious. Call out the following when you see fit. Speak clearly, it's very important. Possible enemy contact, which is bogeys. There's a YouTube video down here, which I will leave a link to this presentation so you can access it and access those videos. Okay. Which they're very, very helpful. They are actually involved in our unit leader training, which is also very important to our events. Moving on. Location callouts, bogey or bandit. Bandit is different. Bandit is a confirmed, and bogey is a possible target. Moving on. Are sighted in, you would say the grid square. Be alert, and then warn whichever unit is closest to them. And use the unit name, because that is what they will be hearing in their intercoms, in their ears. Warn the distance from the unit. So let's say there is an aircraft about 1.5 miles out from a convoy. You would alert any available unit, any units in that area. If it poses a threat to them, and it's outside the range, you cannot. They are going to have to. You can give them slight hints to this enemy, but you may not specifically tell them their location. You may say, enemy contacts in your area, be on alert, or something of the sort. Moving on. That playlist will be in the description to this video. I would highly recommend going to check that out. It's going to be extremely helpful. Now there is an issue in this. No, never mind. I think I corrected it. But it restates the reminder to remind you of the alt accounts and the importance of being quiet and only being spoken when only speak when absolutely necessary. It restates the thing I said in the air MCO's orders. It restates it, but just in ground format. Relatively the same thing. There's a YouTube link to ground RB and sim videos, which are very helpful, right here. I believe, like I said, I'll link this presentation in the YouTube video, so you'll be able to get access to it and get into those PowerPoints, get into those YouTube links. You can also find them on my YouTube channel as well. So in conclusion, if you have any questions, please message myself, reborn_bird. Oh, yes, _bird_fish, hashtag 6220, or DM Ambassador of AP, hashtag 7736 on Discord. Well, this has been a great video. Like I just said, if you have any questions whatsoever, do not be afraid to DM me or Ambassador. We're both really familiar with this. He helped me with this presentation. He knows quite a lot about it as well. Yeah, and have fun. Remember that these events are very important to us, considering this community and its time being here. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this, and thank you for helping in our event, because this is very appreciated, as well as there is rewards for helping in these events. You will get a server improvement member role, as well as dedication role, and the MCO role as well. And you will probably be put in a special group of members that we closely keep an eye on or ask for help in the future, because of this role is so important. Like I said in the beginning, it is extremely important to this community that we have that role, because without it, events can go into chaos extremely quickly. I've seen countless events go bad because of communication, and then that usually leads to, like I said right here, changes in design and balancing, which can ultimately lead to the collapse of the event. I've seen it's not pretty. That's why this role is so important to us. But anyway, I would like you to have a good day. Thank you for watching this presentation. Yes, thank you very much.